Hi friends, this is Becky Lewis in Central Indiana, and today is October the 20th, 2016. I just wanted to go over a few of these sky cams that I found late last night and then a couple early this morning. So I'll try not to make this too long, but there are several here that I just want to make a few notes of. So we're starting off in the Netherlands here. I wanted to show you, now here it's 2:56 a.m. I presume local time. So check this out. Here we are again with this bright yellow. This time it's up here in the north here. But here's what I want to say something about. If this is supposed to be the moon, I don't know, friends. Check it. Look how blue. Look how blue this is. And you've got this yellow down here as well. Unfortunately, you can't see the moon overhead in this shot. But just check out this blaring yellow again. That's just crazy. It's not that bright on this one, but my thing here is the moon. Check this out. If that's what this is. Look at that. I'll try to pause this for a second. Wish I knew my, oh shoot, I'm not going to be able to do that and still see what I'm doing. Hang on. Okay. I want to note all these different things that are in here. I can't do it while it's enlarged because I can't stop it and move it at the same time without continuing to move it. But look how blue that is. Now, what's really interesting about this is in other sky cams, as you'll see, we've got this same exact blue that pops up. But on one, it just kind of pops up and goes away. So I'm not even certain if this is supposed to be the moon or not. So, okay, well, moving on. Here we've got in Minnesota, Falcon Heights. Okay. It's about going on 11:30. Check this out. Again with this bright yellow light. Look at this. And I don't know what those blobs are that pop up. Probably just passing dark clouds, but check this out. With that yellow blaring light again. I had someone try to say it's pollution, but if it was pollution, it would be all over, not just in one spot. Now check this out. And the objects that's with it, okay? And this will show again later, but even in the singular shot, that big bright yellow light. So, okay. Let me stop this. Here we have Missouri, and again, well, this one's only 10:30. Check this out. 10:30 p.m. Watch this. Is this the one that? Okay. I don't know why I saved this one. I will likely cut this one out. Okay. I don't know why I saved that one. Okay, here, and I am not sure, I have no idea where this is. I really don't. Or even exactly what it is. But here again now at 23:33, so this time's 11:30 again. I'm pretty sure this is the one with the big blue. Yeah, there we go. Check this out. Look how it just pops up for one screen. But it's that same exact blue color. And here we have, here the moon. So, I do not know, friends, but it's the same exact blue color as that other one. Now also, I want to run this so you can watch with the moon. It looks to me like stuff is running with the moon. Actual objects moving alongside. Now I don't mean the stuff that's on the glass that's just lighting up. And look up here. Moving with the moon. And to me it appears to be tumbling. This becomes more apparent in the other videos. And this is all just stuff on the glass. Some of them are really bad. Okay, moving on. Okay, in Brazil here, now here we go. And if this is the moon, what is with all of this blue light? Check this out. This one's at 1:33 a.m. in the morning, so. But check this out. Look at that blue. Just look at that. Isn't that interesting? Look at that. Here's something else I find interesting. A lot of these cams now have been blocking out the rest of the day's grid on whatever this thing is supposed to record, but nonetheless, there you have this, whatever this blue is. If that's supposed to be the moon. Okay. Winter Haven, Florida. Check this out. That's an awfully bright lens flare for the moon. But here's what I wanted to point out with this. Look at these objects traveling with the moon. Not talking about the lights that reflect off of the glass from the junk on the glass. Watch the objects traveling with the moon. Look at this. It appears to me to be tumbling. Now look, if it was stuff moving all along with the moon, like stars, whatnot, these appear to be going, look, this one's kind of moving across, while this one is moving down. Okay? So this one is still moving at an angle. And just look at all these other objects. Look at, they appear to be tumbling to me, friends. Look at that. And I love how this object is moving to the right while these other ones are moving down. If this were just stars or whatnot, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I guess I should have looked at this down here while it's moving. Look at this, friends. Look at this. This is what I'm saying. It looks like it is tumbling to me. Look at this. There is no way that's a star in the background, and it sure the heck is not a lens flare. Wow. Others. The others. Wow. And it appears almost to be like three main chunks that are kind of staying together, sort of, in almost a triangle. And that's kind of important in the ones to follow. Because isn't this interesting? Look at this deep angle of that. But anyhow, so I get a quick look at that, but I want to show you. See the objects. I mean, there's just, now some of these in a still shot we can't tell, could be like crap on the glass, so, but it's interesting what a bright lens flare even the moon is making these days. But look at all the stuff around that. So, okay, let me get this stopped and move on here. Okay, Boulder, Colorado. and this was at almost 9:30 p.m. Oh, this is universal time. That's why it doesn't make sense, because when I got this, it was last night, and obviously it wasn't October last night. So, I mean October 20th last night. So, okay, well, check this out. Next. And I love the lens flares now with the moon. But check this out. Also has the blue tint. The blue tint and the moving objects with it. Look at that. I mean, there are several. I mean, it just looks like a field of debris here. And look at these two objects here. Sorry for getting excited, but look how they're actually kind of moving back and forth. Obviously, this is a continuation that just keeps restarting now. But still, look at all these objects moving with. If they were just lens flares, or stuff on the glass rather, then the object would stay still and the light would just light it as it goes by and then stay there. But these objects are moving. Look at that. Look at the whole field of it. Is that crazy? That is crazy. Check this out down here real quick. Just look at all that movement. So, okay, well, I'm dragging this out. Now look, here's an example of something that is on the lens or glass or whatnot. It's not even moving. And you're going to find that a lot. But look at this object come tumbling in to view here. Look at that, friends. So, okay, moving on. Get this stuff. Grasslands Observatory in Sonita, Arizona. This was at 2:26 a.m. this morning. So this is the moon. It's supposed to be the moon. But look at this mess traveling with it. You see, there's a lot of stuff that's on the glass that you can definitely see is not moving. Look at those objects moving along. Just tumbling along. Stop. Look at that, friends. That just blows my mind. There's just a bunch of it. Just a whole bunch of it. Wow. Look at that lens flare. Look how intense that lens flare is from the moon. And it's supposedly not even, well, it's not a full moon anymore. So, check this out. Down here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Wow. And I'm sorry, friends, that is just not clouds. Wow. And they're not even all moving uniform. They seem to be just like every which way. Well, I guess they are in general all moving upward to the right. But look at that. Look at these. This is just insane. So to me it does appear to be tumbling. Okay, next. Okay. Back to here again. Later. This one was later, so this one's at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Here. Check this out. And again, this is supposed to be the moon here. Watch these two objects here. So they actually, like, sort of, from our visual perspective, run into each other. Not like a crash, but just, you know, from the visual perspective. But if they were, even if they were stars, they wouldn't be changing position in relation to each other. Look how this object's moving upward. This one here and these are moving sort of downward. This appears to be something on the glass housing or lens or whatnot. It's not going anywhere. Lower this down a little bit. Okay. So, wider perspective here. See how this stuff on the lens or within the camera housing or something doesn't move, but you can definitely, without a doubt, see the objects that are moving, that they are basically chaotic. They don't even move in an even. Okay, so here we've got something on the lens. We can't actually even see the moon in this shot, just the lens flare. But look at these objects moving along at a pretty good clip. Look at that. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. So see, this appears to be something on the lens. It's just getting light on it or something. I don't know. I can't really tell for sure, but it's not moving, so, which doesn't make sense. If it's out there in space, it would be moving with everything else because we're turning and it's moving. But look at this. Is that crazy? That is definitely, in my opinion, it appears to me to be a tumbling object. Whoops. And you can clearly see the difference of something that's not moving and is. And so just the light of the moon alone moving across the sky could change the colors of the whatever crud might be on the lens. But still, these are moving objects. There is zero doubt. Okay, moving on. Let me get this stopped here. Okay, Westport, Connecticut, 5:35 a.m. this morning. Here we have the moon again. And once again, the same cloud of moving objects. Look at that. Look at this. See, to me, this is clearly tumbling. Clearly tumbling. And back out a little bit. Let's look down here for a minute. Without a doubt, moving. Without a doubt. We have a sort of a lens flare, excuse me, or debris on the lens or something here. But here's a moving object. Back out a little bit. This one isn't as clear as the others, but is definitely... But look at the light flaring up down here in the southwest. Isn't that interesting? And that is a massive lens flare coming from our moon. It sure is. Wow, I'm going to look at that for a second. I don't want to make this video too long, but there's just so much to investigate, friends. That's a pretty good sized lens flare there. But look at this. See how this is sitting still? It's like stuff on the lens just being lit as the moonlight goes by. But you can clearly see the difference between those and the moving objects. They're very clearly moving. So, okay, moving on. The Mars cam in California. Here we have the moon again. We're supposed to be the moon. Look at the object that's traveling here with the moon. What the heck? Check this out. Look at these objects. Now see, here's something on the lens apparently that's not moving. But you can see the moving objects without a doubt. This actually appears to be like changing shapes right here. Look at that. Get it a little bigger for a minute. I guess that's maximum. Look at that. The other objects that are moving. This glass has a lot of junk on it, so it's really hard to see how much junk is. None of these things are moving here. Look at the size of that lens flare. It's so intense. But what do you think, huh, about this object? It doesn't appear to be a cloud to me, and there's no other clouds. But look at that. That's pretty interesting right there. Huh. And turn to this black spot right here. Look at this. Absolutely, without a doubt, a moving object. Here as well. Changing shape or position. Interesting. Check this out down here. I should have just left it big. And see where I'm at here. Wow. Just wow. So around the 3 o'clock in the morning time. Traveling apparently with the moon. There's that lens flare. What an intense lens flare that is. Huh. So, okay. Now these next two, excuse me, are from the same cam in succession to each other, where the one time ended and the next one picked up. So we've got, oh no, this one first I'm doing Winter Haven. Okay. Now this one's at 6:21 a.m. Check this out. Look how it just takes off into Nowheresville. And look at all this light coming up already in the east at, oh, okay, well it is going to 7, but still, at this time of year, the sun shouldn't be coming up until later, and that's an awful lot of light. Nonetheless, check out this moon. If this is supposed to be the moon, it just kind of takes off into the distance. And I don't know what these dark spots are, but they likely are stuff on the lens and just getting lit up, the reflection as the moon goes by. Look at that. Look how it just disappears off into a little... But again, we have objects moving around. Look at these. Absolute, definite moving objects with the moon as the moon goes away from us in this view. Look at that. Look how intense that lens flare is. And just whoop. And check this out down here. Look at these tumbling, moving objects. Absolutely tumbling and moving along. Look at that. Wow. That's a pretty bright, pretty bright starting of the sun coming up when it's not even time for the sun yet, but this pre-dawn light that we've been having with the flashing, because you can clearly see that it goes up and then back down before it starts over. So it is pulsing even here, as it has been in the other sky cams. But look how those objects are moving along, friends. Some of it is lens flares, no doubt, but there's also defined tumbling objects with the moon, if that's what that's supposed to be. So, okay. I'll get these last two are from the same cam, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So this one was where it started at 5:39 a.m. Excuse me. Again, we have this incredibly bright lens flare. Now you can see clearly in this particular sky cam the stuff that's on the, there's all over the screen or something that doesn't move, but you can see the objects that are moving. Look at that. Now that one, I believe, was the lens flare. Yeah, I mean this could be the lens flare from the moon. But the other objects that are tumbling, friends, I'm telling you. Whoops, wrong way. Just absolutely defined, moving, tumbling objects, which looks, for all the world to me, like a debris field. And this is a really messed up camera. Look at all this stuff they have all in there. I don't know if it's pixelation or what the deal is, but it messes with the picture. But you can still see the difference very clearly with the objects that are moving along with the moon and the lens flare moving away from it. All these objects moving. Dang. Okay, well, let me check this out down here. Just so you can get a view of all the objects moving, tumbling along, tumbling. So, okay, enough of that one, because I'm picking up the same cam at the end of this, so it's a continuation here on this next one. Okay, final cam, same camera, but just continuing from the end of the other one at 6:29 a.m. on now. But look how it just goes away like in that other camera. Just disappears. But look at the intensity of that lens flare. Friends, I don't ever in my life remember the moon being so bright as it has been lately. But you can clearly see this thing is pulsing up and down. It's not even the sun. So it pulses up and then back down before it starts over. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this to see if we can see the... So before it goes away, though, you can clearly see in this one, too, that the objects with it appear to be tumbling. And they disappear from view when the light is not bright on them. Obviously, I could be wrong about all this, friends, but this is what it looks like to me. Nice chemtrail in there. Look at these defined tumbling objects until we can't see them anymore because the light fades. Wow. Here, I want to enlarge this one more time to look at the bottom down here. And this is the last one, and then I'll end this. Wow. And again, this is a continuation of the previous camera to this. I just find this pulsating light thing so interesting. So, okay, friends. Well, I really appreciate the time that you give to listening to my videos. And obviously, and any of us could be wrong about any of this, and my opinion is always open to change as I learn new information. I am not dead set on any particular explanation of what we see going on out there. So, you know, you take this for what it's worth to you. I'm giving my opinion of what it looks like to me, just based on what we've seen all along and the things that I've known all my life and that, you know, that have changed. And again, my opinion is not dead set on any one thing of whatever all is going on out there. So, anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time. Much love to you all. And have a good night. Or now I guess it's day. Love you. Bye for now.